From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
Well, of course, the coast being the exception, but we certainly have been dealing with a heat wave over the last few days, especially for the inland areas and for Trinity County. Now, it was pretty hot today, but temperatures are going to really start to decrease starting tomorrow and especially going into next week. So again, no big changes for the coast, but cooling trend going to the inland areas and much cooler for next week. And you'll see that here in a second when we take a look at that overall temperature trend. But the smoke will continue to be a factor here taking you into tomorrow morning. I'm expecting that smoke to kind of shift southward here through the late night, early morning hours. We may smell some smoke, especially inland, places like Weaverville, Hayfork. A lot of that smoke most likely settling in a lot of those inland valleys. And then going through Sunday afternoon, it'll kind of shift eastward and kind of dissipate a bit, kind of turning more in the way of the hazy skies for the second half of the day tomorrow. So let's take a look at that hour by hour trend here for tonight. Smoky skies, upper 50s for the inland areas, but eventually getting up to the low 90s for your daytime highs tomorrow. And for the coast, fog, temperatures in the low 60s. So let's take a look at Trinity County, low 60s, smoky, hazy. It's still going to be pretty warm for your Sunday, but at least we're breaking away from those triple digits. Now, there is that trend. Now, I mentioned that tomorrow is the transition day. We're going from the pretty hot temperatures that we've seen the last few days to fairly warm temperatures on Sunday and not nearly as warm going into your Monday all the way through the end of next week. And in fact, many areas, inland in particular, will even drop down to the upper 80s for those daytime highs. So we can see some of that monsoon moisture trying to work its way in, but mainly just in the form of some high clouds. And that's really about it. But we still have the low clouds and fog out along the coast. There's some of those high clouds I was talking about, even going into tomorrow morning and Sunday afternoon, but not much in the way of cloud cover outside of what we're going to see along the coast here over the next couple of days. All right, let's take a look at the wave heights. And you can see as we actually go through the day on Sunday, those wave heights are going to slowly drop. So it looks like conditions may improve as you start heading out to sea. Now, here's your marine forecast for your Sunday. Your winds from the north at 5 to 15 knots. Waves from the northwest at 4 feet at 5 seconds. There you can see your low tide tomorrow morning at 10:07 in the morning, and your high tide will be at 5:12 in the afternoon at 6.2 feet. Okay, so let's take a look at your forecast for tonight. There's the hazy and smoky skies, especially inland and for Trinity County. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies and foggy out along the coast. We take you to Sunday, and yeah, still hazy out there. Temperatures mid to upper 90s for some of the warmer spots in Trinity County. But you head inland, we're in the low 90s for your daytime highs, and of course, those low 60s for the immediate coast. So there's a look at your 7-day forecast. And of course, no big changes here for Crescent City, but Hoopa, you're from 90 for Sunday down into the upper 80s to low 90s through pretty much all of next week, even into that next weekend. And for Weaverville, 97 for your Sunday, down in the low to quite possibly some mid-90s, but mainly in the low 90s through next week. And looking at your 7-day forecast for Eureka, you've got mostly cloudy skies. Now, a little bit warmer for your Monday, Tuesday, but dropping back down to the low 60s by Wednesday through Friday, even into that next Saturday.